the big guys beating up on people. I want to see Nia Jax break somebody's nose. Okay, I want to see things that make sense in pro wrestling. I don't want to see friggin' Tegan Knox. I'm sorry.
What about Elias?
Or Ciampa.
What about
I'm
Elias?
sorry.
What about Elias?
Huh?
I enjoy this character, Elias.
He'll be great in Impact Wrestling. He's an Impact wrestler. He's not WWE. Okay. He's Impact.
All right. The Great One came back a week ago, The Rock.
Yeah.
You think he'll be here for a while?
No.
We'll be here through WrestleMania.
I think that he's already been signed for a couple of matches. So he's going to do that, but we're not going to see him much. It's not like he's not going to be John Cena doing a full tour.
No, does he need to?
This is the whole, Hollywood strike. That's all this is.
And that's almost over now. It's almost over.
Well,
the writers,
you still got to recoup that money. There's a lot of money being lost. You know what I mean? So you don't wait. You got to start earning some of that back. So if you're gonna pay The Rock a couple $1 million to wrestle a couple matches, hey, you know what I mean? Why not? And also he keeps his brand alive, which is more endorsements and things like that. So that's all that is with him. So but I need Roman Reigns to destroy him though. That would be fantastic.
So do we get The Rock between now and Mania? We'll get him. This Mania.
Two matches,
including the match.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Rob, what about you?
Okay, I was surprised the degree to which, because he did like a full court press, a couple Fridays ago. I was surprised at that amount of that he just put out there like that, and and saying that they had WrestleMania 30 in mind, they had agreed to it. And I'm saying,
do you believe him? Do you believe him though?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, because look, he said he didn't say that talking to some dirt sheet guy or something.
He said McAfee.
Right. He said that on big media, and it got picked up and covered by big media outlets. So he put himself on the spot. If that's not true, then he didn't lie to some dirt sheet writer. Okay. He didn't lie to Nick Houseman. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, all right. If he's not telling the truth, he lied in a very public way, and in such a way that gave a lot of people hope for a future thing. And that would be very damaging to his brand. Okay. Now that doesn't mean maybe they don't come to an agreement this time. Maybe they don't. But I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that he wouldn't have done all of that, all the Pat McAfee stuff, coming back on SmackDown the same night. I don't think you do all of that just for a one-off.
Right.
There's got to be something else agreed to at this point. We don't know what it is. But there's no way he just did that just to have a fun weekend. And I don't think that has anything to do with the strike either. I think it's just it's now or never time for him as far as doing one more run.
He doesn't need one more run. He's doing it for business. He doesn't need one more run.
To his point, that doesn't mean to run. It's business. Business, same thing.
No, if the Hollywood strike doesn't happen, we don't get The Rock. It's as simple as that. If the strike doesn't happen, we don't get The Rock. The strike is why we get The Rock.
Hey, David. Hey, Rob.
Right. Makes sense. I don't know. Well, I'm happy. I'm not happy for the strike, obviously, but I'm happy that we're going to get The Rock at least one more run, as you say, quote unquote.
Sure.
But it only makes sense if you're paying off the Roman story.
Well, you have to.
That's the only match that's the only match you want him for. I mean,
well, that doesn't mean WWE's not going to force him to do something else. I mean, I think what they did, with the kid makes a lot of sense. Austin Theory, clearly, no one has gotten a bigger push than Austin Theory at this point.
Oh, by the way,
what's that?
That segment with The Rock did way more for him than the whole Cena thing did.
Absolutely, it did. But at least they're trying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. No one is getting a rub like this. Who gets a rub like this?
Is it working though?
I think so.
If it's not working, it's Theory's fault. It certainly is not a lack of trying by the company.
Do you think? No, well, right. But to your point, do you think Theory is good enough to be at that spot? Even at
absolutely.
Okay,
Theory is a.
I like Theory. I think I think he's good. But
he just doesn't know his character. That's his problem.
When you get out,
know his character.
When you get outside of the Twitter bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the thing, because I know like wrestling Twitter is saying that he's already cooked and all of that. No.
Yeah.
If you get outside the Twitter bubble, when he when he gets into the right character, like the segment with the Rock, he was in the right character. Okay, he's he's a loudmouth jerk. Right?
Going back to the original character, sort of.
Yes. When he stays in that, then it works, and he gets heat and all of that stuff. Okay, and the thing with what happened with the Cena thing is Cena did what he sometimes does, which is he doesn't play along with the script, and he goes out there to make you look like you're bad at your job. And he's done that to people. He did it. He tried it with Roman. He did it with Roman a few years ago. When he did the whole thing, it's called a promo, kid, right? That was making Joe look bad at his job. That wasn't, that wasn't the thing with the character, right? And that's what he did with Theory earlier this year. That wasn't about even doing anything with the characters. That was about making the man look bad at his job. So in this segment, they didn't do that. They stayed within character. Theory got to play his character properly, and the segment got paid off the way it's supposed to get paid off. He's supposed to mouth off to the Rock or the Stone Cold Steve Austin or whoever, and then they lay him out, right? That's how and he did it perfectly, and it went, and that did more for him to get him over as a loudmouth jerk than that whole thing with Cena did. And Cena went out there and worked kind of a half mail-in kind of match at WrestleMania. That was just a not good performance from him at all. And Theory didn't get anything out of beating him.
No. In fact, you could argue it hurt him.
And I put that on Cena because Cena did not look good out there.
I can't have this. I can't have you guys blaming John Cena for Theory.
No, I'm not blaming John Cena. I'm just saying it was not a great match. It was
not
a great match. Yeah,
that's correct. Listen. I let my friends know in WWE that they need to pair up Austin Theory with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is a guy who doesn't have it in the ring yet, but he certainly has his character down. And that's what they're doing. And now, to complete the circle, they need to put those two guys with The Miz. And let's finish the job. And now you have a stable of people who are going to work a safe WWE style. Those two guys can learn from Miz. Those two guys can make each other better in the gym and all that good stuff. And coming out of that, Austin Theory will be the biggest name in wrestling. No question about it, because when the bell rings, he's that damn good. I had Scoot Andrews. You're a Florida guy. You should know who the Black Nature Boy Scoot Andrews is. Ring of Honor and ECWA in those years and stuff. Great friend. He wrestled Theory 2 years ago, and he told me flat out, he said, he's a real deal. That kid is a real deal. No question about it. He has it in the ring. So that tells me all I need to know. You know what I mean? There's no question about that. If he didn't make something out of that experience with Cena, that's his fault. You can't blame an established guy like John Cena for Theory not getting over when they're putting everybody in front of Theory and he's not getting over. Theory was with Johnny Gargano in that damn stable down in NXT for how long? You would think he'd be a lot further along at this point, right? He was with Vince McMahon. Jesus Christ!
She's putting on Theory.
It's 100% on Theory. It's 100% on him. There's something not clicking with him in terms of character. And then when he was trying to pretend to be The Rock, right? When he was doing this thing with the sunglasses and all that nonsense, and he had the U.S. title, or did he have the IC title? He had one of the titles, U.S. title. No one believed it. The kid hasn't figured out his character, and that's okay.
They went from him being a jerk, like a douchebag jerk, to this ass kicker heel.
Yeah,
which is fine. But I feel like go back to the original jerk thing. Do with this cell phone,
with the selfie thing. Yeah, do the selfie thing. Yeah, I love it.
People was like, "Oh, I hate that." Good, supposed to.
If you can't get over with Vince McMahon, that's your fault.
Yeah.
So don't tell me about John Cena.
No, I don't think it's Cena's fault.
But Bob is, because Bob's over here. He's paid off. He's over here making statements because he's in there, he's in their pocket. So he's doing his little thing. He's trying to take away from John Cena, a good friend of mine, who will be a guest on Duke's Wrestling podcast as soon as this Hollywood strike is over, by the way. So that's why I can't trash John Cena. But it is what it is.
Who's in the tank now?
Who's in the tank? Thank you.
Make sure you scrub that from the recording, okay? I don't want that getting out. But the point's still the point here. We can't blame other people because Theory's not getting over. Young man, you sit down on the learning tree of The Miz and you learn something. Damn right.
The Miz the man, by the way.